Welcome to Donmar TV News Channel, mga nagbabagong balita sa buwan ng Agosto.
Alam mo yung problema, Atty. Del Rosario. Ba't ngayon parang nagluhugas kamay ka na hindi tinurn over sa iyo ang isang bagay na in the first place, alam mo na.
Congressman
May I
Barsaga.
respond, Mr. Chair?
Wait, Atty. Del Rosario. Congressman Barsaga, you want to say something?
Ang
Yes.
tanong ko lang, Mr. Chairman, para malinawan, sino ba ang nagbayad sa settlement? This involves a very big amount. Sa tingin ko, hindi Accenture. Sino ang nagbayad? Attorney Mangawang.
Mr. Chair, I would not know who paid the 95%.
Ha?
I do not know who paid the 95% of the total 114 million.
Kasi sinasabi natin 95%. Ang tanong namin, sino ang dapat magbayad based on your board resolution? At pangalawa, ito ba ay nabayaran? Do
Attorney
you have
Mangawang,
an official receipt
were you
regarding
already-
the payment for that 95% representing more than 100 million? Oh, may settlement nga kayo. Tinatanong namin, sino ang magbabayad?
Mr. Chair, siguro.
Teka lang ho, pasagutin muna natin. Atty. Mangawang. Sino daw nagbayad? Hindi mo rin alam.
Sir, based on the board resolution 1643 series of 2012, the proposal came from Accenture, Citibank, and Metrobank.
Kaya nga ang tanong namin, sino nagbayad? At nabayaran ba ang dapat ibayad? At may resibo ba kayong binigay?
Bumalik ba yung pera?
Na naman tayo sa hindi nyo alam kung nabayaran o hindi.
Another striking issue here, Mr. Chair. I don't
So
know.
there is no clear indication who paid who, what paid what. Wala. Atty. Mangawang, wala.
Based on the resolution, Mr. Chair, it does not appear who paid the 108 million, but it only states that this is to be taken as full settlement of Accenture's diverted premium contributions.
Congressman Barbers, last question.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Chairman Alvarado.
mukhang si attorney ay nagbabasa lang ng mga minutes ng kanilang mga meeting. Mukhang hindi alam ni attorney talaga yung tunay na pangyayari, Mr. Chair. Pero siguradong meron namang isa dito sa mga invited guest natin ang present nung nagbayaran yan, Mr. Chair. Baka mali tayo ng tinatanong.
Baka dapat natin itanong sa Treasury Department. Because
Tama.
they are the
Mr.
ones
Chair,
in charge of the collection.
Pwede ba nga ang pasagutin natin ay ang isa sa mga finance officer ng PhilHealth?
Mr. Lim Siaco is recognized.
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, maybe we can, with due respect, Mr. Chair, maybe we can invite Senior Manager Banji Rasilis, who during the time was the manager of the Treasury Department, to shed light on the concern about Accenture, Mr. Chair.
Kalagay na nga yan sa agenda natin na pag-uusapan. Tinanong na sa inyo.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, go ahead.
mukhang nagtuturuan na lang yung mga taga-PhilHealth dito, Mr.
Okay,
Chairman.
at Mr. Lim Siaco, we're not saying kasama ka. Alam mo ba yung nangyari dito? Hindi.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair. Hindi po ako kasama during that time, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Barbers, can we request PhilHealth to give us the position paper, including Attorney Retenal, to give us yung mga binanggit niya dito, so that at yung mga involved po, no, yung binanggit nyo si Treasurer, Attorney Mangawang, Head of Legal, Attorney Del Rosario, yung kanilang mga affidavit tungkol dito sa particular na kaso na to. Go ahead,
Yes, sir.
Clarification lamang. Sorry, Chairman Barbers. Isubmit nyo rin ang dokumento kung sino ang nagbayad together with the date of payment and together with the official receipt. Magagawa nyo ba yun? Because the payment should be made pursuant to the board resolution. Gusto lang namin malaman, nabayaran ba? Sino nagbayad? Nag-issue ba talaga ng cheque? Baka hindi na naman pumasok to sa PhilHealth account. So it's useless.
Honorable Barsaga, para lang ho official lahat, huwag na tayong humingi ng kanilang affidavit. If we can subpoena the documents from the NBI based on their respective affidavits, and all documents in PhilHealth pertaining to this case. Would that be a fair subpoena, Honorable Barsaga?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Provided
And that be submitted not later than tomorrow because we have a hearing on Thursday.
yeah, provided
Yes.
Mr. Chair also
Okay.
na hindi fictitious yung resibo, ah.
Yes. So, the COMSEC, there's a motion to subpoena the documents pertaining to censure coming from the NBI and the PhilHealth. Pinapakiusapan po namin kayo kung maaari nyo ibigay sa amin lahat ng opisyal na dokumento. Huwag na ho kayo magsulat ng inyong sariling affidavit. I-submit nyo lang yung mga opisyal na dokumento na nasa inyo. If there are no objections, the COMSEC is hereby ordered to subpoena the documents mentioned.
If I may continue,
Barbers.
Mr. Chair, pending the submission of the PhilHealth on those documents that we subpoenaed, pupuntahan ko na ho yung isang kaso, yung Balanga naman po. No? Kasi it seems that there is a striking similarity dun sa modus operandi ng Accenture at saka itong Balanga. However, ang difference lamang po dito, yung PhilHealth ay magbabayad ng services rendered by B. Brown. No? On May 2 to 22, 2019, the Balanga Rural Bank in Balanga, Bataan received 12 payments from PhilHealth intended for B. Brown Dialysis Center. The total payment that went into the bank account was 9.7 million. Upon discovery, Attorney Del Rosario allegedly instructed Attorney Roger Pocallan, the senior manager of the Internal Legal Department, to accompany the involved IT employees and quietly settle the scam on September 29, 2019. Dalawang empleyado po ng PhilHealth, si Ms. Dr. Edita Coniel at saka si Mr. Jerome Folante, paid 49,000 pesos from their own pockets to pay the bank charges imposed by the Balanga Rural Bank before the money can be transferred back to PhilHealth. Ang ibig mo sabihin, napunta po sa isang, instead of directly, PhilHealth paying directly to B. Brown in their own account, it went temporarily detoured. Yung pera nag-detour muna sa isang rural bank. So, I don't know kung naibalik ba yung perang yon, na-isettle. Baka naman isettle ulit ito ng 95%. So, isa yun sa mga...
Pero yan, Honorable Barbers, ang kaiba naman yan, mula yan sa PhilHealth, papunta sa B. Brown.
Papunta sa B. Brown, yes.
So, andyan naman B. Brown, kung gusto natin tanungin.
Sige, pwede po bang matanong yung B. Brown?
May we request the Representative B. Brown? Ito po yung branch ninyo sa Bataan.
Bataan, yes. B. Brown?
B. Brown's recognized. Oh, I'm sorry. B. Brown sent a letter today na hindi sila pwede. Kahit Zoom, wala.
Siguro, Mr. Chair, si Attorney Del Rosario na lang to give us clarification on this, background on this particular case.
Attorney Del Rosario.
Attorney Del Rosario?
Bang pumapasok si Attorney Del Rosario sa Zoom.
Ay, sorry. Naririnig na po ako, sir.
Go ahead, sige, go ahead. Attorney Del Rosario, go
Mr.
ahead.
Chairman. Opo, yung nangyari po na yan ay meron po yung investigasyon na hinawakan ng ating meron yan committee na kinreate, no, for that purpose. And during that time of the investigation, I was already on leave. So if I may request our corporate counsel, Attorney Lape, and Attorney Roger Pocallan, they are online, to shed light on that. Wala po tayong kinalaman dyan kung ano man yung nangyari po dyan.
Attorney Pocallan is recognized. Attorney Pocallan, please. Andito, si Attorney.
Attorney Pocallan?
Sige po.
Bakit ka nandyan sa likod? Totoo ba, Attorney, na you were instructed by Attorney Del Rosario to send 2 of your PhilHealth employees to the rural bank in Bataan and settle yung penalty charges of 49,000? Totoo ba yan? Pakitanggal niyo po
Good morning,
yung
Your
mask.
Honors. Good
Okay,
morning,
go ahead. Sige,
Mr.
kahit hindi
Chair.
na po tagalin, malakas ang boses niyo.
Hindi po, there's no truth to that allegation, to that statement. Actually, it's the President, it's with the permission of the President and CEO to meet the representatives, to meet the officers of Balanga, because our objective in going there is to recover the 9.7 million. No? Kasi gusto nagpapalitan lang po kasi ng letter yung Land Bank, PhilHealth, Balanga. So, since willing din naman yung Balanga to return, subject nga lang sa payment of the
Fees.
convenience fee of 49
Sino
po.
po nagbayad nun? Sino nag-shoulder ng fees?
Sir, ay yung mga employees po, kasi talaga naman sila yung may kasalanan.
So,
bakit
meron
po
pong
na-divert-
admission na itong mga employees na ito, si Dr. Edita Conel at saka Jerome Polente, admitted
Yes
that
po.
they were at fault kung bakit na-divert sa Balanga Bataan Rural Bank itong pera?
Kasi sir, sila po yung mga responsible
What was the admission of these two personnel?
Sila po sir kasi yung responsible personnel po sa PRO na sila po yung nag-click or
So in other
effect
words,
ng transfer po.
In other words, Mr. Chair, sinasabi nyo, attorney, na may involvement itong dalawa kung bakit na-transfer yung pera dun sa Rural Bank of Bataan.
Meron na sir pong findings din ang ating prosecution department. Nagkaroon kasi sila ng preliminary investigation na pinpointing na nga po yung dalawa.
Congressman Barbers, with your permission, kumari po masubmit sa amin lahat ng official documents tungkol dyan. In fact, the Honorable Barbers requested that last time. Wala po bang nasubmit sa amin?
Sir, meron po kaming sinubmit pati po yung certification from Land Bank na naibalik na po sa account ng PhilHealth yung 9.7 million.
At least, Mr. Chair, na ibalik, no?
Opo.
Ang tanong ko, kanino pong bank account sa Balanga, Bataan, pumasok yung 9.7 million? Is he
Sir,
a
based
PhilHealth
po-
employee?
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Honorable Remulla.
What's this gentleman doing, walking around and taking pictures? Sino po sila? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Go ahead.
Okay. Kanino pong bank account pumasok yung pera na 9.7 million sa Bataan?
Sir, sa demand deposit account po ng Balanga, napunta yung 9.7 po.
Kanino?
Sa demand deposit account po ng Balanga Rural Bank po.
But you should know kung kaninong account name, account number. I'm sure you know that.
Sa ano daw sir yun? Sa base po sa investigation, sa account po mismo ng Balanga po. Balanga Rural Bank po.
Teka, please educate me. Napunta sa account sa isang branch sa Rural Bank sa Balanga, yung PhilHealth money. Tama?
Sa demand deposit account po ang tawag nila doon, na nasa Bangko Sentral. Parang reserve po siya sir ng Balanga, na nasa Bangko Sentral po yung...
My question, Mr. Chair, is bakit pumasok sa isang rural bank? Ba't hindi pumasok sa land bank? Wala bang land bank sa Bataan?
Actually sir, yan yung, meron niya yung ongoing investigation niya din po dyan. Nakapending na po sa ating Corporate Legal Counsel yung investigation report. So, doon po natin makikita po kung sino yung mga responsible pong personnel na nag-cause po ng erroneous crediting.
With your indulgence, Honorable Barbers, Attorney, baka po pwedeng ma-supply nyo kami lahat ng mga dokumento tungkol dyan, including yung current investigation ninyo.
Yes,
basically, ito namang questions na to, including the problem with Accenture, are all problems within yung pong kung may naglalabas ng pera, at syempre yung IT setup ninyo dyan. Congressman Barbers, if you can wrap up, please.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, yun nga nakakapagtaka eh. All this money supposedly would have been deposited to PhilHealth Depository Bank, which is Land Bank. Eh bakit papasok pa ho ito sa isang account na rural bank. So malaking question mark po sa atin yon, sa ating isipan. And again, no, I was told also, Mr.
Congressman Barbers, pwede bang magtanong lang? Kapraso lang. Doon ba sa rural bank ng Balanga ay merong mga tinatawag nating mga supplier na may account doon, yung mga nanggaling sa PhilHealth?
Actually, gusto ko nga po sanang tanungin yung B. Brown kung ginagamit ba nila as their depository bank yung rural bank na ito.
Exactly, kasi nakakapagtaka naman kung bakit doon babaksak yung pera ng walang account number saka account name. At kanina sinasabi ni attorney na ginagamit niya yung central bank. In the first place, wala nga kayong authority sa central bank eh. Wala kayong regulatory saka supervision galing sa central bank. Kaya you have your own system existing on your own without the supervision of central bank. Kaya nga illegal yung ginagawa niyang pagbabank transfer eh. Dahil wala kayong otoridad galing sa national payment system. So ngayon, don't use the central bank na unang-una ay hindi kayo binigyan ng karapatan na mag-transact. Kasi yun ang unang yung violation.
Yun nga,
okay, so Honorable Barbers, we will just get the documents from the Balanga Bank and if I may...
Last na lang po, Mr. Chair, last
Sige
point.
Po.
Kasi I was just informed, I don't know if there's some relation, ano? Kaya nga I wanted to ask sana personally Mr. Banson, because the owner, the president of the rural bank is named Rosario Banson. I don't know if there's a link, no? I'm just being malicious here, Mr. Chair, as advised by Congressman Marcoleta, that na meron kasing ano you know, big question mark talaga paano napunta sa isang rural bank. Hindi naman po yun yung bangko ng B. Brown eh. Pangalawa, I was just informed that the owner and president of this rural bank was a certain Rosario Banson.
Who is connected to?
Or kapilido o related lang. So, in the meantime, pending the submission of all these documents that we subpoenaed,
yes,
Mr. Chair, so I will stop here and allow our colleagues. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Barsaga?
Sususugan ko lamang yung mga itinanong ng ating kasamang si Congressman Barbers. Attorney Del Rosario.
Del Rosario.
Yes, sir.
Na-appoint kang head ng legal way back in 2018.
2019, sir. Ano po, OIC po noong 2018, sir.
Okay, 2019. At ang
Yes,
sabi
sir.
mo kanina, nasa PhilHealth ka mula noong 1998.
Opo, that's correct, Mr. Chair.
At bilang head ng legal, siguro, bilang kapwa abogado, alam natin na ang procedure, pag tayo ay na-appoint, nagkakaroon ng turnover ng mga kaso ng PhilHealth. Tama
Yes,
po
sir.
ba?
Opo.
Okay. Noong araw ng linggo, nabasa ko sa pahayagan na nagkaroon ng leak sa opisina ng PhilHealth for Region 1 na ang opisina ay nasa Dagupan, Pangasinan.
Yes, sir.
Yes. At mayroon ding impormasyon na binigay ang isa kong kababayan na dating naninirahan sa Dagupan at kanyang tinext sa akin at ang sinasabi niya, Kong PD, maraming kasong falsification ang PhilHealth diyan sa Dagupan. Can you confirm or deny this allegation na may mga kasong falsification filed before the Fiscal's Office o sa Husgado sa Region 1?
Sir, merong sa pagkakaalam ko po, this can be confirmed by the Regional Vice President of PhilHealth Region 1. He is online. Ang pagkakaalam ko po, meron pong mga naisampa sa Department of Justice pertaining to fraudulent claims. At ito po ay hindi ko lang po alam kung ano na po yung development, whether this is now with the RTC or still with the Department of Justice. So the RVP of Region 1 can give you more accurate updates on that note. Mr.
Attorney
President.
Del
Mr. Chair.
Rosario, on the basis of that information, nag-research ako. At
Yes, sir.
nakita ko yung isang ospital, Nazareth Hospital, ay nag-file ng kaso sa PhilHealth. Civil case on the ground na 4 na tao ang gumagamit ng kanilang mga invoices kahit hindi nakakompine sa ospital. Alam mo ba ang mga kasong to, Attorney Del Rosario?
Yes, sir. May
Yes.
mga ongoing cases po na sa Nazareth. But sa pagkakaalam ko po, the cases are with the, I think with the arbitration office of PhilHealth. No, I don't
Okay.
have the documents right now. But Attorney J. Villegas is on the line din po. You can ask him.
At nakalagay din sa press release na lumabas sa Inquirer on June 19, 2019 na isang pasyente ay nagkaroon ng 5 klaseng cancer. Cancer of the ovary, cancer of the cervix, cancer of the colon, cancer of the breast, at saka cancer of the brain. Natatandaan mo ba itong case na to?
You must be referring to the case of Elerin Zarate, the employee that has been dismissed by the Office of the Ombudsman, pertaining to fake
totoo ba
cancer claims.
na yung si Elerin Zarate nakapag-claim para sa kanyang ina o ama ng 5 kasong cancer? Cancer of the ovary, cancer of the cervix, cancer of the colon, cancer of the breast, and cancer of the brain.